and smoke it.
I do not smoke.
Shut up. Your wife is wrestling me now. All right.
Keep my hands on my pockets, my words on myself, and just keep the shit moving. The world can just do what the emotions, yeah, I say your prayers are the uses. Just like a human, get it, then lose it. Converse about doing whatever be better.
Bones. Had to check if the camera angle was right and all, but Bones. Let me push this back a little. Oh, there we go. Bones and Greaf. They dropped a 15-track collab album on March 10th. I'm not even sure if Greaf is Team Sesh. Is Greaf Team Sesh? I don't know, because he's been doing his own thing for years now. Yeah, but these two are obviously not strangers to collabing with each other, between the SurrenderDorothy side project and all the shit they used to do back in the day. Greaf is an amazing producer. He makes probably the most depressing, forlorn beats I've ever heard. He produced XXX Tentacion's I'm Alone, I'm Sorry, Cynthia, which is my favorite X track. And he also produced Espadrilles by Bones. Espadrilles, I'm not sure, which is not only my favorite Bones song, but possibly my favorite song ever. I don't know, just the sampling, the ambiance, it gives off this feeling of just nihilism. I don't know, bro. And yeah, bro, the legend, Bones, one of the kings of underground rap, has been doing this for over a decade at this point. And he's been doing it for a decade under the name Bones, as far as I remember. He used to go by, what was it? The Kid or some shit. Yeah, I've been a fan of his music for a fan I'd say since about 4 years now. He was my spot 5 when it comes to most listened to artists on Spotify last year. I'll make a Bones playlist on Spotify or SoundCloud, just depending on what I feel like, and I'll leave it for y'all in the description if y'all want to check out my favorite Bones tracks. But the basics put me onto them: Control-Alt-Delete, Rest in Peace, Oxygen, shit like that. And since he releases like 3 projects a year, not everything is going to hit for me, obviously, but the amount of versatility, the singing, the rapping, the screaming, the talent's immeasurable, really. So I'm real excited to get into this. This album is called TheWitch&TheWizard. 15 tracks, as I said, 33 minutes and 33 seconds. Really just fucked up cover art. Again, depressing. So I'm expecting some slow music. Nothing hype whatsoever, since it's Greaf and Bones. Yeah, and there's a SurrenderDorothy feature here. Hell, the Ghost is really pretty. Okay, bro. And Situation I've already listened to since it released. It's the lead single, the second track. Let's get into the intro. Just some folk shit, bro. This is only by Greaf, by the way. So that's not Bones singing. Don't tell me that's Greaf, though. That'd be crazy. If he has vocal chops, too. Very, very pretty. Very pretty. Obviously, just like a loop, basically, with some other sounds coming in, like the pitch down vocal and some other field recording shit in the back. But really pretty guitar lick, as you motherfuckers would call it in the acoustic scene or whatever. I don't know. Let's listen to Situation again. The vinyl, too, bro. Bro, that I forgot how good this was. And the lyrics, they're not reflective or anything. Bro is dead ass talking about pulling up on somebody. Jumping out the Rover, fuck it, pop him solo. Pussy, put your pole up. I pull up, then it's over. Short but sweet, bro. Very beautiful song. Love the sample, love the keys, love everything about it, really. And I don't really need it to be longer. I think it was just 2 quick verses, a hook, and yeah, that's all you need, really. Fucking fire. BlackDynamite.
For me to 2 hoes in the L3, baby. Chrome hard jacket in the 8-inch, baby. Thought I see it.
The vocal layering on this one is insane. It sounds sloppy for some reason, but in the best way possible. I think it's just his flow, but it's hard, bro. Bro, I can just imagine on a snowy mountaintop, you head into this cabin, serving drinks, there's a fireplace, and this is just playing in the background, bro. That's the type of feeling I got from that one. I actually wish that that song would have been longer because, yeah, bro, I love the vibe so much. Going back to Greaf's sound being generally depressing, this really wasn't that. It was just loungy, but in a different type of way. I can't describe it. I guess dreary would be a good term to use when it comes to that tune. But like I said, I wish that one was longer. It was still hard as shit though. CaptainOverboard.
I'm keeping it go, my weapon it falls, I'm keeping it tactical. I'm pushing everything I knew you'd be.
I like how quiet the snare is on this one. I love that sense of contrast. His singing is nice and all. This one isn't getting me though. Yeah. This one was okay. I'm not too big on it though. I love how patterning the percussion is. I love the sample. Like I said, Bones' vocals were good. It's just nothing was getting me. I think it's because of his delivery, the notes he was hitting. It just didn't invoke anything in me, really. I'd have to say that's a one-time listen for me. BlackDynamite, for example, I can imagine going back to that song multiple times. But this one, nothing sucking me in, really. KnucklePuck featuring SurrenderDorothy. I feel like this could have been on the License, one of the License collab projects too. It sounds like it. The texture's a little different. Bro, the strumming, I love it. You hear that squeaky, twangy sound. Oh, I love that. That's hard. That's hard as shit. That is hard. Love that call and response. Is that Bones? Those are some really good vocals in the back. That second half was hard, bro. That saved the song for me. This one's cool. This one's solid, man. When this part came in, I was like, what's gonna happen next? And then he comes in with the aggression. Another thing that I notice a lot with Greaf's production is his basses are very soft and pretty low, actually. Like the low end you don't pick up on initially. You think that there's no bass to the song, but when it's gone you can tell it's removed. You get what I mean? Yeah, I guess soft's the wrong word. It's, like I said, low and like rumbling. I mean, you obviously can't use just standard trap 808s that are overly bouncy or anything, because that'd ruin the vibe of his tracks. This one was solid. I liked it. I enjoyed it. So we have AndreTheGiant. This is sounding really, really fucking good. Huh? Excuse me? He's kind of mumbling, but it fits to the track. I felt that, bro. I almost got goosebumps from that, bro. Oh, that sample. This is going straight into the playlist. Right into the chill playlist. Hold on. I need to put Situations already in there. I'm gonna put the intro track in there too. Ah, bro, not gonna lie. Sometimes when... Alright, he brought it back. I was gonna say... Sometimes he leaves too much empty space where he just lets the beat play out in the back end. That would have been a bit much, but he brought back that little refrain section, so thumbs up for that. So goddamn soothing. I actually love that. The sing-songy, slurred vocals, and then the deep, husky, standard, staple Bones flow. They complemented each other in the beat perfectly, bro. That song was really good. Straight night mode, bro. What the fuck? I hope this is enough. Okay. We have BuzzerBeater. Y'all prefer the warm light or the cold one? Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna keep it cold for now because it keeps me awake. Because this is lullaby music. Again, pretty strumming, but this feels like a filler song, unfortunately. Because some of the songs coming before it just pulled off the aspects of this song better, if that makes sense. Like the guitar, Bones singing, it just felt surface level overall. And some of the tracks that came before this one, because of its placement in the track list, it just feels like a weaker, tamer version of what we've heard before so far. I guess I'd appreciate the song more if it were higher up in the track list, because it's right at the halfway point. But then it'd just be a case of, oh, the songs that come after BuzzerBeater sound better than it. I feel more satisfied, but it wouldn't change my overall opinion of the song after getting through this first half of the track list, if that makes sense. So yeah, another one that sounds good, but a one-time listen, because I've heard acoustic sing-songy Bone songs that are much more memorable, much more introspective, and leave a lasting impact. All right, FrontHandspring. And plus, I prefer Greaf when he goes in this like ambient, warped direction over his guitar beats.
Jump, flip it like acrobatics, blade twitching like active addicts, don't get your back right at it. Jump, flip it like acrobatics, blade twitching like active addicts, razor frozen, cap on down, you're my balance.
That snare has a different pitch than the rest. That really took me aback at first, but it's cool. The song has hella vinyl. The bars are hard, but the song isn't doing much either. Is it because of the balancing of the beat? It feels kind of skeletal. Hella vinyl in your face, the beat, nice bass, and then the sample like really far in the back. Hold on. He's doing some really cool shit with the bass that it's like boop, 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 boop. Hella midsection again, where there's just no bars. I get this also to show off just Greaf's production without Bones on top of it, because this tape is as much his as it is Bones. But I just prefer straight Greaf tracks, straight instrumentals in that case over these really long midsections, because like it tires you out after some time. This one was decent. I like Bones incorporation. What I don't like is how unfulfilling this track is because of, I'm not sure if it's because of the mixing or, I don't know, bro. I don't know. The sampling had some really interesting subtleties to it. I will give it that. But it was just so thin that it wasn't as luscious as on a lot of these other songs, which is why it sort of fell flat for me. Yeah, it's a real interesting, nuanced song, but the individual elements feel very brittle and frail. Except for Bones' deep-ass voice, of course. 30 for 30. I love the offsetting of the hi-hats. You can really tell when the rolls come in. Heavenly. This is what I mean with lusciousness, bro. What is Greaf doing? This is majestic as shit, bro. The sudden change in vocal processing kind of threw me out of it. I don't mind much though, mainly because Greaf is carrying this song. Bones is flowing, but I don't think we heard this part without Bones' vocals so far. I'll take that. Like, I don't need his vocals to come back here if he's going to switch it back into something we haven't heard without vocals. You get me? Yeah, that sequence was nutty. This one's entrancing, bro. Holy cow. And it's the longest song so far, too. 3 minutes, 21 seconds. I'll leave it there. 2 months interlude. Already at track 10, bro. Tape breezing by. I am pretty disappointed that there's only one Greaf solo song. Is the reverb being cut short? Or why are the effects like that? It's not bothering me too much, but it's because the pre-delay is so aggressive, I think. Yep. See, I love how muddled up the beat is here. At least the melodic parts. I love how the hi-hats came in later, too.
I love pictures of trees.
At the beginning. When I wake up. That's kind of catchy, bro. I like this interlude a lot. And it's funny because it's longer than the first 3 tracks off the tape. The first 3 full tracks, excluding the intro. That's actually one of my favorites so far, though. Somber ass backing instrumental and him just going, And again, he's just muttering. That's what makes it hit harder, too. I actually like that one a lot, bro. And this part gives off R&B vibes. Okay, bro, we have 5 tracks left after the interlude, starting with StarlightExpress. StarlightExpress is from... I'll just mix that up with the Polar Express. I'm a bot.
They try to knock me, try to stop me, bitch, I'm off the leash. We done broke the game.
I'm not sure how to feel about this. I don't like the way he came in. I like the lyrics, but
I'm not here. I got her feeling something like elder bars, plus harder than stolen cars. Crossing us won't get you far.
yeah, I'm not sure about the pause either. I like that the percussion is muffled, but this song is like faux graceful. It's trying to be ballad-like and shit, but it's not really getting the job done. That's my least favorite so far. This one is pretty mid. I don't like this one too much. Again, I like the lyrics, but his cadence. The cadence he came in with I wasn't a fan of. And the singing was okay. It just didn't fit that well together. Vocals, instrumental, just overall. It was turning me off. Alright, MoreDots. What is that sound? I really appreciate the boom bap song so far. I think it's been, what, 3? See, this is giving off kind of Christmas vibes. The little piano phrase and the choir. He's being kind of menacing over it, even though the beat is calm. I always love when Bones comes in like that. Then the husky, raspy, halfway whispery delivery. When it comes to boom bap songs, nothing's gonna top Frostbite anytime soon. But this one is still solid. And it might just make the favorites list. Perfect length too, bro. Perfect length. Might just have the most perfect length for the way it flows off the entire album. Every Kiss Begins with K. Sounds like that kick hit too early. I don't know. This one's sweet, bro. His voice is just incredibly soft. I appreciate the added instruments. There's not much going on in this song either. I think I complained about one of these songs being too skeletal earlier in the album, but with this one I don't mind because it's beautiful, and the sparsity of the components of the song doesn't take away from it because it's so impactful. You know, Bones incorporation, the guitar and the drums ain't even need to do much. One of the best, if not the best, guitar-driven song so far. And when it comes to lovey-dovey Bone songs too, that might be a highlight for me across his entire discog, bro. Second to last track, 85 Trans AM. Nice snare. I like how stereo it is. He's doing some really cool shit with the bass again. I'm only picking up on it because I have subwoofers, by the way, so might need some solid headphones to pick up on it. But I like those little subtleties a lot. I appreciate them so much. And this one got kind of hard towards the end. To be honest, that's definitely not going to make the favorites, but decent addition to the album overall. And yeah, let's just get into the final tune, Fly on the Wall. Off key singing? Or am I tripping? That first no was shaky. The aura to this one is almost scary. The way it's droney in the back and shit. The crazy reverb. Yeah, that sounds like metal riffs with reverb on them. That's what drone metal is, right? Kicking in the top, whipping in my cup, I don't wanna cry, no. Message in my phone, please don't come, always better run so. This might just be the most unique song off the entire album, the outro song. Why'd they put it as the outro though? I make it like second to last, third to last. I like this one a lot though, bro. This shit is scary. Scarily beautiful. That's a favorite. Scarily beautiful. Just because of how different this song is. Fuck, bro. What was that? Okay, what a solid ending to this thing. That was that, bro. That was it. Bones and Greaf, TheWitch&TheWizard. Overall, this was a pretty cool album. I did expect more from it. I'm not crazy familiar with Greaf's stuff. I think I made that clear in the intro, but his production is behind some of my favorite tracks ever in the underground hip-hop scene. I think it's just a case of I generally find his stuff to be pretty cool, and I really like the vibe it gives off and the ambiance, but his very best stuff is very difficult to top for anyone. You feel me? If we compare this collab tape to, say, let's not do Dream Car because I didn't listen to that in full. Say Withered with Grey Era. I think I prefer Withered over this because one, Grey Era actually had solo songs. He had 1, 2, 3, 4 solo songs. Well, with the intro, so technically only 3. And Greaf he had none except the intro. And I think overall I do prefer Grey Era's production. I'm not sure because his stuff definitely feels more warm and analog and melancholic, and Greaf's is straight just, you know, brittle, depressing, skeletal with the ghostly sample manipulation and shit. But I'm gonna stop trying to compare this to other Bone stuff. That's just from my personal frame of reference so I can gauge how much I enjoyed it. It was cool for sure. It was cool. And I guess the only reason, like I said, I thought I was going to enjoy it more than I did is because I only had Greaf's best stuff, in my opinion, in the back of my head. Nonetheless, I still really love the aesthetic that he brought to the table. Bones did do his thing, was versatile. Obviously, he's not going to be yelling flat out on these songs because it wouldn't complement Greaf sound whatsoever, so I get that. I did have slight redundancy issues on this thing where the midsections just got a little tedious and Bones came back and repeating whatever verse or hook he had already spat beforehand. But the upside to that is the tracks are not long at all. They range between, the longest track is 3 minutes 20 and the rest range between 1:30 and fucking like 2.5 minutes. Yeah, some of these songs feel too similar to each other in my opinion. Some sound like better versions of the other, and there's definitely around 3 filler tracks on this thing that I just completely take out. But outside of that, they both did their thing, and I still enjoyed myself listening to it because when these two get together, they can create a pretty disturbing vibe. Also, next time around, I'd love to hear more SurrenderDorothy shit because I know that's just them as a duo for that more homey sound, you know, like we got on Hold It Ghost. But yeah, bro, that was that. Drop your opinions in the comment section below. I love to start a convo with you all. I'm gonna leave the streaming link in the description, of course. I'm gonna get as many of Bones and Greaf socials as possible together and leave those in the description. And yeah, bro, like, subscribe, share, and yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Peace.